Okay, welcome to another home tour by Deconstruct, where we share with you real renovation tips and prices, so you neither think renovation should be super expensive, nor should it be dirt cheap. Okay, so today we are at a 4-room resale unit which was entirely redone in Boon Keng. So previously the house was actually in quite a good condition, something like that. But the homeowners wanted it to be their own style. So they like wood a lot, so you can see that there's a lot of wood element in the house. But importantly, they also wanted to make their home more smart. So you can see there's a lot of smart mechanism involved. So we will show you in this video, okay? So you can see the entire house was actually redone. There's quite some fair bit of remodeling involved. So let's go and take a look. First, we go to the kitchen, okay? Okay, so we first enter into the kitchen. This is my favorite part of the house actually. You see the doors, right? It's actually quite premium doors lah. You can feel the materials and stuff. It's actually what they call the 透光不透人 door. So in the bathrooms, you can see there's the exact same door, but when you feel the materials and stuff, you can see why it's actually pretty premium. So it's synchronized sliding. And then voila, you enter the kitchen. The reason why I like it is because it gives off a little bit of the mid-century vibes, which I personally like a lot. So you can see the whole house is filled with storage. The windows were actually not touched. This was actually touched. So you can see these edges here. Like I mentioned in my previous video, there's a difference between using this 45 degrees metered edge against a normal PVC one. You can throw a PVC one inside. To make the house look clean and seamless, right, 你一定要用那个 45 degrees 的. So in your quotation, if your ID does not give you this 45 degrees, just ask them for it and they will give it to you. Normally the top up is very little. I think for the trade-off in the looks is very much worth it. Okay, but the thing that I wanted to share was a lot of kitchens, you can see they use the same kind of wooden laminate, but somehow the effect doesn't come out like this. Right? Some might say it's due to the lighting, the smart lighting here, as well as the sintered stone. So you can see this sintered stone and the backsplash, they are actually the same. So it creates a homogeneous feel. Even the tiles are purposely chosen to match the sintered top, so that it becomes, like I mentioned, homogeneous. But my personal thing is that the reason why it looks different is because there's this plant here which adds a tinge of life to it. But my editor might not agree with me. Even this area was previously supposed to be tiles. But the homeowner also said that, hey, it doesn't look as chill as compared to when you use the sintered top. So he asked the designer to actually change it to the sintered top. Yeah, so I really love this kitchen and you can see these lights, right? Don't know just now if you all managed to see or not. When we walk in, 它是自然开的. Maybe you should try again. See, 我没有动那个 switch then 我走进来 then voila, the lights on by themselves. See, smart switch. So really the whole house was done because the homeowner saw their friend's place and that there were a few smart switches that they used and they thought, hey, let me try it for my own house. So that's why the whole house becomes quite smartish. Okay, then you see this cute niche window here that was created by the homeowner. Okay, let me explain why they did it. This is very cute. I absolutely love this design. So basically what the owner did with this is 这个是个 force hole 来的. Last time it used to be open concept, but then because they needed storage, so they had carpentry on both sides. So with the storage here, they closed it off. Then what do you do with this space? You can just leave it as a normal carpentry, but what they decided to do was to create this hole here for a few reasons. One, because the owner said last time, right, he and the wife, they cannot hear each other over the kitchen. What? So with this dedicated hole, you can always communicate easily. Two is to serve food. 来，你食物做好了哦，你从这里，你搬到 the dining table， 你搬回去，你搬回来。So I thought it's a very good idea that they actually created this. And it adds on with the vibes where they come from this 信箱 that they did. Inside got a lot of money. Don't know is it when they gamble, they lose money and then they throw the money in or whatever. But basically this, together with the windows which let the light pass through, it reminds me a lot of like Hong Kong, which I have no idea why. Maybe because of the light, the window, the Chinese words, it really gives me a very homely vibe when I actually saw it. So this part is really my favorite part of the house. But the other part of the house, let me go through with you now. Okay. So you can see the furniture here, there's not a lot. The homeowner wanted to reuse the furniture that they had from their previous house. So all these are actually from their previous house and then they kept it quite empty so that whoever comes, they can just anyhow sit. The thing I wanted to touch on is the flooring. You can the flooring, they actually did epoxy grouting. Reason for epoxy grouting is so that it doesn't trap dirt or turn yellow/dirty easily. So they did it for the whole house. You can see the grout it looks quite similar to the normal grout lah. But in terms of costing, it's about 1000 to 2000 lah for the living room. So if you are looking for something that is easy to maintain when it comes to the grout lines, you can opt for epoxy. But the thing you need to know is, 这个不是 permanent 的. Over time, the dirt will still trap and it will still turn yellow, but it's just at a much slower rate. So moving on to this part, this is for storage purposes. Okay, yeah. So they have a lot of board games lah. So they frequently host people. So they needed this storage space to keep it out of sight. Previously, this was an open room. But because they wanted the storage and they wanted to close it back up lah, so they decided that, hey, instead of building back a normal wall here, they will use the carpentry as a divider instead. Okay, then I love this room for the fact, right, that it's like a book nerd kind of room. But I don't know, is it the lighting or the number of books or just the arrangement of it, together with this rustic chair, right? It brings out the very old school, mid-century, like I mentioned, kind of vibes lah, which I really like. Yeah, but basically this is more or less what they did for this room, where the missus actually use it. Okay, so before we cover the bathrooms, let's cover the other common room. Okay. The most interesting thing about this room is not about the Reno lah. It's actually this machine out here. 看，他买这个 digital machine. By the way, this is not sponsored. I just thought it was pretty cool lah. So instead of buying the gym membership, he bought this digital machine. So you can see there's the machine here with all the goals and stuff. Everything preset, 那个 workout 全部在里面了. And then this is all the equipment lah, where the homeowner will do. So 我 test 一下，有的。So he's really making this whole place into his own one. 听不到哦，关掉。Okay, so basically he's making this whole place into his own gym lah. So he doesn't have to travel down to the various fitness centers. He can just do all his gym stuff here lah, which I thought was pretty cool lah. But 就4200咯，4200 just saying. Okay, let's enter the bathroom. I also like the bathroom a lot. Okay, you see the doors is the same as the other side lah. Generally speaking, if you go for a normal bathroom door plus the frame, right, it's 大概380 together about 700 each lah. That's for normal doors and normal door frame. This, because of the glass, the frostedness and stuff, and because it's premium lah, is double the price. It's about 1400, 1500. So you can see there's a price premium lah when it comes to certain aesthetics. Okay, now to, this bathroom is also smart switch enabled. So let's try it. Okay, so you go in, still, voila. See, then all the lights open by itself already. Okay, remember just now I mentioned about the tiles, the importance of the metered aging, the 45 degrees. So this whole bathroom is also done the same. Imagine the PVC here, 就是没有那么好看了。The tiles they use are quite homogeneous across, and then this cute plant here just adds the tinge of difference and life to this bathroom. Then now you enter the master. Then this is the master bathroom. Okay, so the master bath as well, you open, the lights will be auto lah. Then you see, the toilet will open by itself. So if you can turn in, the bathrooms were designed the same as well, with the niche at the bottom here, with the same homogeneous tiles, as well as the small plant at the top to add the life to the bathroom. So it follows more or less the same design style lah, for both bathrooms. Okay, so now we come to the master room, the rest of the master room, besides the wardrobe and stuff lah. The curtains 也是 motorized 的，你看啊。So the homeowner actually wanted to do it for both his day curtain and the night curtain lah. But because the sensor 有点左顶啦 and 有点贵, so end up the homeowner only did for the night curtain, which is fine because day curtains they normally let light in, and since this is the master room, they use it for sleeping and stuff. So you don't exactly need it to be motorized for the day curtains lah. There's always this trade-off between what you need and what you want for your renovation. So make sure you get that clearly so that you don't power your budget. If you need it, spend it. If it's a want, then see how much you want it. Then you decide whether you should do it or not. Okay? Okay, now we are back out into the living room. So in conclusion, there's only two things that I want to tell you for this home tour. These two so-called renovation stuff lah. One is I really like the kitchen, but two, more importantly, you see all the smart switches around the house. For all those who want smart switch, it will naturally cost more. A normal 4-room resale when you do electrical is easily maybe 6 or 7K. But for this particular house, it reached up to 10,000. A lot of it is because to do the smart switches, they need to create more lighting points, and they also need to lie an additional neutral wire that is not normally done for normal houses. So as a result of this, the cost increased by maybe about 3 or 4,000. So this is something that you really need to note. If you want the smart lifestyle, you know, the first world kind of living and arrangement where it's easy, everything is easy, you use the app and then you control everything, there's this additional cost that you will need to pay for lah. So this is all I want to tell you for this home tour. Anything else you want us to cover, feel free to like, subscribe, comment, write everything below. If you are looking to shortlist certain IDs and contractors, feel free to check us out somewhere here, deconstruct.sg. Else to the next episode. Okay, let's go.